Oh, one more? Someone on this way? We good? No, no, no. I was wondering if the balance. We good? Yeah? Yeah? Yes? Yes. Good. Good afternoon, everyone. We, the Security Council members of the Shared Commitments Group on Women, Peace and Security, Denmark, France, Greece, Panama, the Republic of Korea, Sierra Leone, Slovenia, the United Kingdom, and my own country, Guyana, have gathered today to jointly express our deep concern and unwavering support for women and girls in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Since the escalation of violence in January 2025, women and girls in the DRC have endured increased suffering. The Security Council has received reports of unprecedented levels of sexual and gender-based violence and human rights abuses, compounded by mass displacement, the influx of combatants and weapons, and a deepening humanitarian crisis. We recall the horror of the mass prison breaks in North and South Kivu, where more than 7,000 prisoners escaped, and the 27 January 2025 incident during a prison break at Muzense, where at least 165 women were reportedly raped and subsequently killed in a fire set by inmates. In April, we heard from UNICEF that, and I quote, "a child was reported raped every half an hour," end of quote, in eastern DRC. We strongly condemn the use of rape and other forms of sexual violence as a tactic of war and underscore that perpetrators of such heinous acts must be held to account. We commend the significant efforts of the government of the DRC to address sexual violence committed by state actors, noting the hundreds of prosecutions of members of the National Armed Forces. We note, however, that repeated attacks on judicial and correctional facilities have severely undermined victims' and survivors' access to justice. We fully support MONUSCO's efforts to implement its protection of civilians mandate, including against all forms of sexual and gender-based violence, and condemn any attempt to obstruct the implementation of the mission's mandate. Women must be integral in peace, stability, and development efforts in the DRC. We applaud the determination of Congolese women to contribute to political processes and peace-building efforts at every level. It is heartening to note that women's representation in the DRC cabinet increased to 33% in 2024. Dialogue and diplomacy are the only viable pathways to peace and security. In this regard, we welcome the signing of the peace agreement between the DRC and Rwanda, aimed at ending fighting in eastern DRC and achieving lasting peace and stability. We recall also Security Council Resolution 2773 and look forward to progress in diplomatic and peace efforts through the combined Nairobi and Luanda processes supported by the African Union and other regional bodies. We welcome the appointment of former Presidents Catherine Samba Panza of the Central African Republic and Saleh Work Zewde of Ethiopia among the 5 co-facilitators, bringing gender balance to this critical process. In the Security Council, we will continue to make all efforts towards improving the situation of women and girls in the DRC. I thank you.
Excuse me. Celia Davaren from Africa Confidential. What else do you do than talking? What concretely can you do to stop those kids to be abused or killed?
We all will speak about this in the
But
council.
speaking is not
Yes,
enough.
but we just mentioned the signing of the agreement as well between the
And do you
DRC
believe
and
it's going to
Rwanda.
be enough?
It's never enough. We'll have to do more, all of us together. Thank you.